gymnasts, and they compete in 4 groups of 6. The first rotation, as I've said, has already started. The top group start on vault. Watch out for Rebecca Bross and Elia Mustafina. The second group on the uneven bars, Australia's Commonwealth Games sensation Lauren Mitchell in that group. Starting on the beam, that group includes Great Britain's Hannah Whelan, and the group on the floor, 15-year-old Nicole Hibbett. Watch out for her, a real star of the future from Heathrow Gymnastics Club. So let's have a look at the first rotation. Well, Rebecca Bross there, she was a silver medalist last year in London. She's going here on the vault. How difficult is this one, Beth?
This will be the second most difficult vault that you'll see this evening. Unfortunately, the landing probably wasn't as good as she would have hoped, but it will still come out with a good score. And
is that vault an area that she generally struggles to get the scores on if she's not going to the top vault?
Vault is probably one of the weakest, if she has a weakest. She'll be looking to get better scores on bars, beam and floor.
Very intense gymnast. She always looks incredibly focused, doesn't she? She's 14.7 she's picked up there for her start.
It's a good start for the all-around competition. Like I said, she'll be hoping to make up on the other pieces.
But this is the girl they're all hoping to beat, Alia Mustafina. I know you're a massive fan, and this is a vault and a half.
Yeah, this is the most difficult vault that you'll see the whole of the competition. There's only 2 girls that are actually competing it, and it was performed to near perfection for me.
Describe what she's actually doing for us. Describe what she's actually doing for us.
It's a round-off entry, a flick onto the vault, and then a 2.5 twist, and spots the landing very well.
And for that she's rewarded 15.666. So Alia Mustafina nailing her colours right to the mast, saying, I am the girl to beat. Her teammate from Russia started on the uneven bars, Nabieva here, and obviously bars of your speciality apparatus, so you know all about the difficulty of her routine.
Yeah, this first element that she's going to perform, she's actually the first girl ever to perform it. She's caught it tonight, but unfortunately in team final she came to 3, so that probably would have been one skill that she was worrying about. The rest of the routine, slight error there, but nothing major, and then clean flowing and hoping to go all the way to the end.
And is she going to be a challenger in the all-round competition?
She's got the difficulty to be up there, but like we saw in team final last night, she does have her moments where she can be a bit inconsistent, so we'll just have to keep a close eye on her throughout.
Okay, well, Nabieva there, starting on the uneven bars. She is going to be competing against Beth in the final tomorrow. She scored 15.133
That's
today.
An improvement from qualification, so she'll be happy with that score.
And let's have a little look at how our Brits got on. Well, Hannah Whelan started on the beam, and you were saying before that beam is the place you just don't want to start, really.
No, it can be the most nerve-wracking, but Hannah is actually known as being a beam and floor worker. For her, it could have been a good place to start. She had a practice in team final, so she did a clean routine, and let's see the dismount. Really good landing, so she'll be really happy with that routine, and I'm sure Amanda, my coach, will be.
A couple of wobbles, but she came out with a score of 14.2, and you said you expected to score about that. In fact, you guessed spot on. Beth, a real expert here this evening, and Nicole Hibbett here on the floor.
Yeah, Nicole has progressed well from the junior rank. She actually upgraded her floor routine for this competition, so she'll be pleased with that performance, and hopefully it'll bode her well for the rest of the competition. Yeah, she's very powerful and looks like she uses that floor with ease.
Well, you can see the standings after the first rotation. Mustafina still the girl to catch. Her teammate Nabieva in 2nd place, and Alexandra Reisman of the USA in 3rd place after the first rotation. 2 Chinese gymnasts in 4th and 5th, and Hannah Whelan in the top 8 there. And the top 16, see Lauren Mitchell, who got 4 gold medals in the Commonwealth Games in 13th place. And we can see Nicole Hibbett when we go to the next page after the first rotation in 19th place. Where will they be aiming to finish?
Hannah qualified in 16th, so hopefully she'll move up a couple of spots.
If he did a pommel with messy legs.
So for Australia, Lauren Mitchell takes to the floor.
Thrilled us at the Commonwealth Games, where she led the Australian team to victory and won overall herself. Can she perform on the big stage as well? Just about kept that in, double Arabian into a jump. Full twisting double back, tumbling of the greatest level of difficulty. One of her favoured moves, has to keep the hands off the floor. Bounces out of the leap. Very clean in the 2.5 punch front. Oh, lovely height on that change leg to ring and on the tour jeté. Every part of this routine choreographed, head, hands, pushes into the double pike dismount.
Great landing. And Laura Mitchell qualified in 7, 14.4 she scored. Is she going to up that one?
Well, the first tumble was just a little bit unsteady, but after that it was good. The double Arabian. She jumped out of it. Oh, and she just held that foot inside, didn't she?
Great determination then, Laura Mitchell. Alia Mustafina, the leader after 2. She approaches beam, and lovely little elegant touch to start, just for the hands.
Yeah, she's such a beautiful gymnast, but is she tough? We are going to find out. Double spin, that was tough. Spin, a double spin on the beam is very difficult. And the standing Arabian, great height. Well, she didn't join the first leap, so put 2 extra ones in. Very strong on the backflip and layout. Knows she's got to keep this absolute focus.
Preparing for the routine and uneven bars.
Free walkover now again, just a pause. She would have liked to have joined that into this move. She's not getting the connections, but she's not falling off. Just the tiniest of wobbles. It'll mean that her start value is not quite as high as sometimes, but it's been solid. Can the dismount be solid as well? Big round off, triple twist, not quite round, but I think she'll be very relieved with that performance.
Well, you asked the question and she gave you a very thumping answer. I am strong enough mentally, I will stay on.
Yes, she did hold back on some of the connections, and we saw in the team competition and make those connections, but hey, you know, lose 0.1 for not joining the move rather than 1 mark for falling off. That means she's not only tough, she's bright.
Such elegance and a little bit of aggression as well. She's a complete gymnast. She has that Russian grace that we always used to expect, hasn't she?
From Moscow, from the Sieska club.
Laura Mitchell, 14.6, so she's upped her performance on floor.
Well, we said when we watched, we thought she'd be top 10 at the Worlds. I'm sure she will.
Daniel Hippolito from Brazil, and look at the power.
1.5 twists in the straight shape. Veteran of 3 Olympics games. Her first Olympics was in Athens in 2000.
Such aggression. Can she convert it? pushing hard into the air, using all that experience, 1.5 twists, fighting the landing. .1 the score for her. And Mustafina answering the challenge, 15.033. She's in the lead again. And a progress for Romania. And they've come to expect great things from Romania on beam in the past. And this could be very crucial.
We have, and she's another beautiful gymnast. To see these two gymnasts working back to back, both so stylish, so elegant, lovely speed of movement, little composure, backflip, 2 backflips and a straight somersault, real control, lovely leap, took the head right back, you could see her look up to the sky, free cartwheel. And besides, I mean, she packs the difficulty in. By working fast, she can really include lots of difficult moves. Change leg split leap into the tuck back. Every combination is here to try and up the start value. Efficient spin.
Next on the floor for Italy, Vanessa Ferrari.
2 jumps. Takes a pause, sets herself up into the dismount, double pike, really beautiful beam work there, not a single hesitation.
She qualified in 6th place and she got 15.2 on this apparatus. So she's definitely in with a chance here with a performance like that.
Well, her qualifying start score was 6.4 as opposed to Mustafina's of 6.2. So I think she went for everything here. All those little tenths, the leap into the tuck back, a 0.1 bonus, so all those little 0.1s will be added up for her, and she knows that this is a piece that she's got to make hers. She's not so strong on tumble and vault. This has got to be her piece, and she went for it.
Wonderful touches, huge in the leaps, confident in the leaps, elegant in contact with the beam. Super performance from her. Now what she scored, that's the thing. Georgia Bonora for Australia.
Next gymnast on the floor from Japan, Rini Tanaka.
He's over on vault and strong, determined approach.
And lovely and high, full twist. The Shenko, the straight shape with a full twist. Not so difficult, but good execution. Another of the gymnasts that was out in India competing and winning for Australia, the Commonwealth Games. Good height, good flight. I think she was a little bit off direction. We can't see from this angle, but not a lot else wrong with this vault.
Let's have a close look to see if she did wander off slightly to the left. There's the approach. She's hit the center of the platform and she went off to the right, in fact. Just a little. And the score, 13.966 for Bonora. And 15.433. Let's put her into 2nd.
That's a massive score.
Wang Guishang, she approaches beam now for China. And they too have a great reputation on this apparatus.
And performed really well in the team event. High pike front somersault, she held on to it. Again, probably would have liked to have linked the front somersault into the flip. Free walkover, little pause into the back flip and pike back somersault. Lovely height on these acrobatic skills. These gymnasts, they make a back somersault look so easy. Free cartwheel, as on the floor. 5 of their difficult moves have to be acrobatic. like this. They half turn into walkover, and 3 have to be from jumps or leaps. So they're looking to have very difficult leaps and jumps as well as difficult acrobatic skills. Here's one of those leaps, change leg leap to ring. Judges have to decide, did her foot touch her head? Well, she's been good and secure. Happy to be into the dismount now. The big round off, the big double somersault, a good landing.
Great double pike to wrap up a beautiful exercise. Few little uncertainties, but she qualified in 5th all round, and it's going to be very, very tight here.
Yes, these gymnasts really giving it everything. No one succumbing.
Look at the focus. Very precise. The free walkover. Sure of feet.
Lovely straight arms in the back flip. And that half turn to forward walkout is so effective.
So, job done there. Huang Kushang. Vanessa Ferrari, she's on floor. Now this is the piece that she's been so impressive of in the past.
She has. When she was a tiny gymnast, she would do a double twisting double back. Just a single twist in the double back now, but meets the floor, jumps out of it. And a second time. All these gymnasts working hard with the music. Links the 2 somersaults together easily, little stutter on landing. Lots of marks being given now for artistry, for working with the music. And I think this championships we've seen some great floor routines. But they must always have the difficult tumble, the double pike.
The old power is still there. Ferrari, very confident on floor. Look at this, stacks of power, explodes from the floor, full twisting double tuck. Great start. Vanessa Ferrari then. Scoring 14.233. Huang Kuishang. 14.7. So the battle definitely on.
Yeah, she just lost out a bit on some of those connections, 14-7.
Jiang Yuan. Being and Chinese, always great to watch on beam, aren't they?
And I particularly enjoy watching this young gymnast. She's got a real spark of personality. Easy mount. Holds the front somersault. Big backflip into the straight somersault. Straight somersault. Very deliberate in all her actions. And the tuck front. So she's done 2 big front somersaults already. Big jump to touch the head to the feet. She does take quite big pauses. Lovely leap. But of course it means you can't stack the routine quite so full if you are slow as you work. Oh, but the changed leg leap into the full twisting Corbett flip. I'm sure Olga Corbett never imagined it performed like that. So, not many deductions at all here. Can she keep it going to the end? 2.5 twists from a double flip.
Well, we're seeing some fabulous beam routines. It's the big test for the gymnast in an all-round competition. Some are passing, some are failing.
Yes, she was a bit slow, she was a bit deliberate, but far better that than make a mistake. The backflip, 2 backflips into the 2.5 twist, just a little step. Didn't have the massive start value in qualifying.
Hui Shang, 14.7.
Yes, I was just saying she didn't have a huge 6 start value in qualifying. Mustafina and Paulgras had got start values well into the 6s, which is what you really need to have to score a 15.
Coco Surumi, 3rd all-round in London a year ago. Down in 18th she was. She needs a good bars.
And she's a really sharp gymnast on bars. Pike in and out, up to handstand with a half turn as well. Lovely 1.5 pirouette. Another turn, another full pirouette into that. Oh, and that was one of the problems. Just pulled in too close. She wanted to be sure of the catch, and she caught her feet as well as her hands, which cost her quite a lot. Still into that lovely straight shape, winds up into the double straight dismount. Very impressed with the technique, but you can't get away from the fact when you hit the bar like that, it's a big deduction.
It's all happening out there. It's the gymnast that can go through, keep it together. That's the all-round trick.
Here you see she pulled in too close. You have to get the feet past the bar before your hands touch. There we are, foot on. And it interrupted the swing completely. She really didn't look like she was going in any problematic way. She just pulled the shoulder angle closed before she released.
Oh, disappointment showing now. Such a pity, but that's top-class competition. You've got to hold it together mentally and physically. Running repairs. Zhang Yuyang, 15.066.
So much better score than in qualifying. She's certainly chasing hard.
Anna Whelan for Great Britain. Humble.
Now, we've had 2 great pieces from Hannah. What will this be? A third, a big step on landing, but a very well flighted vault.
Very strong off the top and spun very quickly indeed, but look at the focus, look at the determination. Round off. There's the backflip on the horse, and she really did spin it just a shade too far and cast to the side a little.
But a good, powerful approach. She'll be very pleased with that, her third piece without any major error.
The score, 13.866 for Hannah Whelan. And saddened face for Coco Surumi, 12.9 left to reflect.
Next on uneven bars, Brazil, Jake Fernandez,
And we've come to recognise the posture, the attitude, the determination and the focus of Rebecca Ross. Look at it. She is really anxious and determined to do a great job. And all the signs are that that's just what she'll do. Rebecca Ross then, the USA. That same focus, that same determination. Here she is on the third piece. Can she keep a very high standard she set herself?
She works with such speed on this beam. Just rattles along. And it's a good job too, because we've seen some great beam routines already. And this is not going to be one of them. What a shame. The standing Arabian, she just didn't get quite round enough. Free walkover. She'll attack it now into the flip layout. These gymnasts do so many routines in training that once they've stopped being tense for the competition, they really can perform with ease. No hesitation, no pause there. Everybody has to go low to the beam. Just slowed down a little bit. The side somersault's so difficult because you can't see where you're going or where you're landing. But this is packed full of difficulty. A front somersault, oh! And she really is rattled, isn't she? That's the trouble. When you've been second, you so desperately want to win, but nothing but perfection will do. Here's the dismount. Big double Arabian dismount. That is something special.
Just a little waver there when she was still on the beam in her composure. Worked very hard to keep it together mentally. She must be so disappointed. But the beam claims its fair share of victims.
It does, it does. And you know, sometimes as a gymnast you just want it too badly. Because you know, she wasn't so far off on that. I bet you in training she'd have held that move on. Both feet were on the beam. No, both feet were on. She just needed to tighten the middle and lift her shoulders up. Such a fighter. She tried whatever she could to hold herself on. But such a difficult skill.
So all the quick thinking in the world didn't help Rebecca Ross, but she is so good, and so good touches all the way through. She's so acrobatic, isn't she?
Yeah, that's her real strength. I mean, if this is the dismount, watch this. Half turn into double front, off the end of the beam. Really difficult.
And Mustafina holding it together mentally. 3 pieces down, and still no errors that the judges can really smack her with. 1 to go. She's keeping her focus. Rebecca Ross then 14.1 for that unfortunate outing on beam. Tatiana Labayeva on floor. And she recovered from her unhappy time on bars.
Well, she's a very expressive gymnast. You know, you can see when she's delighted, when she's unhappy. Beautiful double Arabian. Very smooth 2.5 twist into the straight front with half turn. Just falling out of the spin. dramatic look. Relatively quiet double twist in the middle. Good round off back flip, good lift, double pike, but stepped out. Really the moment for her has gone.
Number Eva then, and the coach. Oh, that's the face that says it all.
Even this last tumble steps out. When you've made a big mistake, really the fight goes.
13.633, she's down in 11th place.
Sorry, caught me there. Just chatting to the guys here about how well the Brits are doing, but also how well your girl, Mustafina's doing. She's out there in the lead at the moment and looking unassailable, would you say, if she can go through this routine?
Her floor routine's pretty special, so if she can just keep her nerve, then I think she's pretty much got it in the bag. Hopefully I've not jinxed her.
Impressed with how Hannah's performing in particular. She's hanging on to that top 10 place.
Yeah, definitely. You know, she'll be really happy to be sitting in the top 10 place, and hopefully she can hold it together on this final piece of apparatus and finish in the top 10. So.
What have you made of the standard overall?
The standard of this competition has been great. Unfortunately, both Americans have had a fall, which is pretty surprising. So they've left the field open for the Chinese maybe to step into the medals.
They've been consistent, haven't they, the Chinese?
Yeah, they've had a really good day today. Team final, they didn't have such a good day, so maybe they're making up for it today.
There we have the standings. And you can see that Mustafina is in the lead. Hannah Whelan there from Great Britain hanging on at the moment to a top 10 place. And Nicole Hibbert 17th at the moment. And that would be a very good performance for a girl who's just stepped up in the last year from junior to senior competition, wouldn't it?
Definitely, a coach and also our national coach will be very pleased if she can come in 17th. She just scraped into this final, so that will be a good finish for her.
Okay, let's go then to the final rotation now with our commentators, Mitch and Christine.
Anna Pawgrass on floor. Last chance to make an impression for the medals.
And such a stylish, beautiful gymnast. Good tumbler as well, full twisting double back. Lovely control, 2.5 punch front. Just enjoy this. Wonderful dance series with a hugely difficult double spin, double back. I'm sure she'll be after full marks for artistry for the judges and for the tumbling.
Great from Anna Pawgrass. That's her bid for a medal, and it's a jolly strong one.
Really the best of gymnastics, that is. The great consummate performance.
Lots of power in such graceful elegance. She has it all.
Very much the new leader of the team of Romanian gymnastics. We were saying earlier that the great Octavian Belou's back to lead the team. He's not on the floor, but he's directing the program, and I think we're going to see a bit of a resurgence from Romania.
It'll be good to see. The old competitive order restored.
And lots of work being done here on the bars. You can see a bit of chalk being rubbed off.
Vanessa Ferrari, Italy, over on vault. Same power. Look at the approach.
Look at the lift. Full twist in the straight shape. All the power.
I really think she can jump as high as she wants with the way she approaches. There she's on. Good plant. Right slap bang in the middle of the platform, just a little bit to the side after the fall. 13.833 for Vanessa Ferrari.
So, as the first gymnast completely finished, she goes into the lead. Have to wait for the score.
This is Hipólito, Daniel Hipólito, one of the great Brazilian gymnastic players.
Lovely big catch over the bar. Smooth handstand, good turn. Full turn as well, and back down to the bars. Swings strongly, a good shape at the top of her handstand. Nice straight arms, double straight, just a little bit flat to dismount. A good performance, not the most difficult routine, we'll see.
But that double layout has become a feature of her work, hasn't it, over the years?
Yes, and she looks very relaxed. I haven't seen her in competition since Beijing, but she's back here, obviously, working for the team. Makes the bar bend with her so well. Just a little bit off early. It's best to wait till the bar sort of lifts you up and takes you up with it. See, she works without handguards. That's why she likes to have all the chalk rubbed off the bar. Actually works with the hands very close indeed.
Mutual hug after a very tough competition. Progress reflecting on a really beautiful floor exercise. See what it's done for her. And it's not done any harm. 14.3, it takes him to lead at the moment.
Well, she's performed very well. She's done 4 good pieces.
Huang Huishang, the top 3 after 3 rotations, and what can we expect from her, I wonder, on floor? Huang Huishang.
Two and a half twist into front with full twist. Difficult combination without the floor area. So she went for a twist to start. What do we see coming back? Full twisting double back. She goes for the more difficult tumble then. Expressive arms, good use of the music. Beautifully punctuated routine, hits the beats. Now she's relatively quiet tumbling. What's she going to give us for this finish? Double pike somersault like many other gymnasts.
Well, she was third going into this last rotation. We've seen a great performance before grass. Question is, can she stave that challenge off?
Well, it was very nice routine, very elegant. But there we are, look, she landed right outside. And I think she'll be lucky to beat Progress. That was very nice, full twisting double back, but she landed with the chest quite well down. So the deductions will be on the tumbles, and the judges are fairly vigilant another tumble with the chest well down. So she gave room for deductions.
Well, she's given her all after 4. Score for Daniel Hitalito.
I think it was a 13. Not so difficult, but well performed.
Jiang Yuyan. Let's find Wushan walking away on the floor. For her mark, I'm sure. And it is, and 13.7. First place for the moment, so she's still ahead of Poorgrass.
Yes, so the floor scored less, but the total more.
Jiang Yuan for China in second, going into this final rotation.
One and a half into triple twist. She's got everything to fight for. Sky high double back. She knows every landing must be precise. And it is. The big leap series we have to see. Cleverly constructed, gives her plenty of time and energy for the big tumbles. Here it comes, double pike.
.567 between the two of them coming into this. She's going to set up a real total now for Mustafina to match and to overhaul. That was a great effort from her.
And she knows that. She's done her best today. She's worked with such confidence. Mustafina will have to be at her absolute best. There's the triple twist out of the 1.5. She'll have to be at her best to beat this. She's not given any room at all. 2.5, straight front. Happy to see that landing. Big double pike to finish.
And what a thrill, again, we have here. Rebecca Bross looking so composed now, looking dejected, and so she should. It's really tough.
Well,
we have areas like that.
Mitch, very uncharacteristically, we've seen both the USA gymnasts make major mistakes today.
Mustafina, I wonder if she saw that performance. Chang Yuyan really makes her job a very serious one. She's got to keep her focus. Ariela Geisler.
Next gymnast on
Switzerland.
vault. Ariela Geisler.
One fabulous vaulter.
Renowned for great vaulting. Finalist at the Olympics. What are we going to be treated to today? Handspring. Oh, straight front with 1.5 twist, and that was really well performed.
Excellent vaulting. Nice and square with shoulders and hips. Look at that. She's almost smiling as if she's enjoying it. But there's a lot of effort there. Good plant, good square body line. 1.5 twist, great stuff. Look at it, plumb center.
Well, they say you have to land on the line, and she did exactly that.
15.3, great score for Ariela Geisler. Tian Yuyan smiling. She'll still be smiling after the score.
Yeah,
She should be 14.566. She's in first place. So she set the target for Mustafina.
She certainly looked like she thought she should have had a little bit more there. They gave her a 5.7 start value, which is exactly what she got the previous occasion, so I think that was a good score.
Laura Mitchell on vault, Australia.
She also is a very athletic vaulter. Round off lift, lovely high double twist, absolutely wonderful either side of the line. She's precise, swings the arms up into the round off, plants them on the floor, always the same, gives a good push, hand back into the platform quickly, lifts high, exactly in line. Trying to maximise the score out of 5.8 for difficulty, 10 marks for execution. She'll be looking to not lose many of those marks. 14.73, goes into fourth position. And there with the Australian coach, Peggy Liddick.
Tatiana Novaeva then over on vault. She's had an unhappy outing on two apparatus today. But that was pretty good.
Much better on the vault. The 2.5 twist. Big, strong, little smile as if to say if only the rest had gone well. I thought she was going to